Okay, so first we are going to develop dress recommender app using pure HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, then once we will finish this, then we will rewrite same code, rewrite dress recommender app using bootstrap. So same HTML, but this time the CSS will be replaced by bootstrap and JavaScript. Okay, and then rewrite same dress recommender app using React. So React.js, Node.js and Bootstrap. Okay, then rewrite same dress recommender app using React, Node.js and Material UI. Okay, and uh, okay, so for all development, oh wait, then rewrite dress recommender app using GraphQL for both client and server. And before that, you know, uh, using server side Node.js. So basically, you will develop dress recommender app using pure HTML, CSS, JavaScript using server side Node.js. I will explain you what does it mean by server side Node.js. Similarly, Bootstrap, JavaScript using server side Node.js. Then you will use dress recommender app for React Node.js, Bootstrap, so React Bootstrap and REST API using Node.js. Similarly, Material UI and REST API using Node.js. Then rewrite REST recommender app using GraphQL for both client and server. Okay, and then rewrite REST recommender app using React Native. React Then rewrite REST recommender app using React Native, GraphQL. Okay, so you understand. Let me try to explain. So what you have to do is you have to develop entire app on these technology innovations. So first you will start like this, which is like pure basic, and You will not use any React framework, any CSS framework, no JavaScript framework, and also it's not a single page application. So if you see the difference between here, this category, so following are single page application, and following are, we call it like multi page application. Okay, so when we say page, so we say in context of server, so how many pages server has. Okay, so let's go through the dress recommender app, right? Let me quickly give you the demo. Show the markup. So this is a dress recommender app. So by default you have the login screen, right? Very plain. Here you can put a label, dress recommended, but you have like email, password, submit, and sign up link. If you click on sign up link, then it will open the sign up page where it has similar thing, name, email, and password, and register. But this is like one time registration process. And then so once you register, uh, so it will open this page. So add clothes. So basically you have three tabs. One for so this one start from here. This is your closet. So in closet you can actually add your clothes. So let's say if you have top, jeans, some jewelry. So for web application, so you should already use your phone and take the picture and then transfer on your laptop. Then use the laptop and upload it. So from here actually you will upload it. So let me show you the default screen, how to upload it. So you will see this screen, which is the default one. So you will click here. So it will actually open your uh, file, and then you have to select the file. And once you select it, then it should actually upload your file to server. And this screen should change to this screen, this one. So when you select, and then here you have to select the type, if it's like shirt or if it's like pant, like that. Then you have to select the colors, what is color of that, and then you have to select the for which weather you would like to use this cloth. Then you will select that weather and click on add. So once you click on add, it basically uh, go to the server and it will upload your update your data. And so this is a closet default. See, this is closet, right? So it will have your all of individual clothes. So here you can click on here plus, so it will add. If you click on delete, it will delete. So that's use. Then if you see this one is your outfit. So outfit means it's a combination of your individual dress which makes one outfit. Let's say if you like to have this shirt and this pant with this shoe and this earring, so you can actually create one outfit and you can label it. If this is you want to use for office, this you want to use for workout, this again you want to use for office. So this is called outfit. Okay, so you click on here on the plus outfit. So basically you can create your own outfit as well. So So create outfit. So when you click on that plus button, you will see this screen. So this screen, all the image of the clothes you actually upload. So you can actually select it here. So if you click anyone, right, so it will get selected. Then you have to select your type occasion, for which occasion you want to use this outfit, and then click on create. So it will actually create an outfit. And once you have your data set, then it's dress recommended. So entire app is that it basically recommends a dress. So it means so let's say if you just want to know that okay, which dress you should be using today, um, so this app will recommend you. So we will keep it simple. All the outfit you have, it will simply show you that. And let's say if you already use it, so this one, if you say thumbs up, it means you liked it, you want to use it. So then in the next time you will not actually recommend this outfit. Okay, so this is project, this is all project. So you understand the product? Any questions on the product? So I have already sent you the markups. So make sure you actually download this and understand first what you want to make, what you want to build. Okay. So now if you go through the W3 school, right? So this is HTML CSS, and then you will find node. Which node? See this server side, right? Learn Node.js. So this is also a very good site to actually understand the have like quick reference, because they write in very simple language and it's very easy to understand. Okay. See, they already have Node.js MongoDB. You should actually come here and read it. They write in very simple language. It's very super duper easy to understand. Okay. So what I'm going to discuss first is this one. Develop dress recommender app using pure HTML, CSS, JavaScript using server-side Node.js. So when I say server-side Node.js, so of course you need something, some server. So we are going to use Node.js server. Okay. So in Node.js we call it we call it template. So they are the one which I always use is EJS. So Node.js with EJS. So I just search in the Google. Let me find out the very quick example. See, there are so many. So I will open the first one. So basically, you use Express and Node and EJS. So I will just follow this. So the template, right? We create the view folder, and whatever you have file name, you add that file name. and you can actually create the reusable component as well. So you can simply create separate file in a separate folder if you want. So footer.ejs, header.ejs, and then these are pages, index, about, then package JSON and server.js. So in this structure, right, you actually maintain your entire code in one repository. So both server and client side code is part of the same repository. So look for the dependency. We have to add these two dependencies, right? EJS and Express. So I will simply add it, EJS and Express. Okay. Now in my server.js, so I have to use Express, right? This is Express app. Now in the Express app, you have to set the engine. So this is called like view engine. So view engine is nothing but you basically enable your Node.js to understand the HTML markup, because you want to actually dynamically change it and render it. So, so you need to set this view engine as a EJS, and you actually use response.render to load the EJS view file. We'll go through that, but let's say if you remember how to write the route, it's same thing, but instead of rendering the JSON, now it will render the HTML file, which is nothing but the EJS. EJS is nothing but an HTML file. I will show you how. So similarly, you can have different pages. Let's say about, and you want to render the about page, and you are just listening on 8080 port. Okay, so in my editor. In the meantime, you should actually search for Node.js view engine JS, and you can go to their site and learn about it. So here, so this is the site, EJS embedded JavaScript template. So this is EJS site. So basically, it's actually HTML file. Okay, it's HTML file. But what we do is this HTML file will be rendered by the server side code, which is Node.js, and because it's part of the server side, so you might actually set some dynamic variable reading from database and those all things. So click on get started. So here they have talked about how to install, how to use, uh, and this is simple example. They are saying, see, look at here. Let's say if you have a dynamic people, right, and you do want to set this dynamic value people. So what you have to do is uh, you have to say EJS.render and people.join. So these all are like their syntax, and this is the value. And these are like dynamic conditions they have. You can actually have some conditional if else, because this is server side templating language. So you can actually have a conditional if, and then you can have some dynamic variable, but these all variable you have to set it. When you render it, you have to set it. So this is an example. You can actually run, compile as well, but we don't use this a lot. We mostly use this one, render. You can read more. Okay, so let's come back here. So let me add the server.js. So we'll simply follow this one. So this is server.js. So now because I do have node 9, so I will use ES6. Express. Now set engine is view engine EJS. And let's say simply render index please. So we'll say app dot get. And here request response. So I can use arrow function because we have basic support. And here I'll say response dot render and this is path. So let me put inside the page folder index. So what I will do here is index.js, and here, so if you remember all the HTML you have read so far, it's same HTML. So I will say address recommender so very simple, right? I just have head and then body, nothing else, no fancy, nothing. And this is my server. npm, no, not npm, node server.js. Let's start the server. Oh, I did not set that listen on port 808. So this one. So that's why it did not start it. So I will run on 8081 and some console log. Server is running at port. Let's try one more time. So it's running on 8081. So let's come back here. Localhost 8081. I typed it. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so it's saying failed to look up view. So it could not understand the page slash index. Let's see why. Let's see this EJS. I'm not sure. Let's try again. Okay, it's not working. So let's read back what we missed. A response.render. Response.render. So if you see that it's looking for the default views folder. So let's see. Okay, it's working, right? So if you see carefully, what's happening is, or to the view source, that will be helpful. So ah, see in the head, right? This all goes as a title property, not like this. Yeah. Now it should not render the header, right? Now if you see here, because we change the titles, it will be rendered from here. So this is called server-side rendering. Okay. So now what we will do is, uh, instead of having index.js, we'll create the login.js. Okay. And here uh, we need a form and label. So if you remember the markups, so this is markups for login page, like email and password. Pretty easy. Email input. Email. type equal to submit. And if you have remembered the form, so you have to actually say what should be your action. Okay, so which page you should go? So it should go login. But this will like server, right? So it's a registration, and the method will be post. Because oh sorry, it's not registration. It will be auth, because you want to authenticate your given email and password, right? So very simple. Let's render it now, because I changed the file name. So this should be login. This will have login. Come back here. So it, see, because I do not have root, so that's why it couldn't load. So now say slash login. So this is my email and password, right? Awesome. Because I'm not going to first work on a style, I'm simply going to develop the page. Now I do have login, but before login I need to have the registration. So registration. So for registration we need let's go for the registration. Sign up as well. Name is extra field. Okay. Let's ask you the name as well. And post should go to the registration. So see, remember the method makes a difference here. The URL is registration and method is post. And when you go to the server where I will define the registration, so there I will use get. So get registration. So it means both are not same. We have to actually define the post as well. But I will do that later. I'm first working on it. So login, registration. Okay. Now right now if you see submit, see try to submit and say hey, cannot post registration. Why? Because we do not have a post registration page, we only have get registration page, right? So now let's load this page. Here, so let's say I'm trying to register. So of course I haven't wrote any of my see, this should be password type equal to password. See, what I want to show is when I click on submit, it actually tried to post on this registration, because that's what we wrote the code. So most important thing which I wanted to show you is the payload. If you go to the post, look for your form data. You have name, the email this and password this, right? So what you have to do is you have to write a post on the server side which will actually read name, email, password, and then dump it database and redirect to the login page, right? So few change we'll do, because registration the password type should be password, not the default one. Similar in the login. So login registration is okay. So now we do not have post which actually is handling the registration. So here these are post. Now what will happen is on successful it will go to the login, okay, or if it is not successful, let's say there's some error, then it will continue on the registration but with some message, with error message, okay. So let's say if I'm just hard coding it for now. So I'm saying, hey, if success, then go to the login page, else go to the registration page. So if you see here, I mean, this just plain doing nothing, very basic. So now I change the password. Now see, when I say submit, didn't I redirect to the login? No. Success true. Should have gone to the login, but let's see what happened. Yeah, this is login page. If you see, right, it actually went to the login page, right? But you see URL did not change. Why? Because it was a server. So from here we said, okay, post to the registration, and registration only changed the page. See, URL did not change, right? So what we have to do is, so now we need to send display some message, the dynamic message on the login page, saying that, hey, you know what, your page is rendered, so you successfully registered, so login to continue your continue with the application. So let's say here, let's read more. See, it's EJS is nothing but a pure HTML, so you can keep writing whatever CSS, JavaScript, inline JavaScript you want. So what I'm trying to show you is the dynamic thing. Yeah, here, passing data to view. So what I want is on the login page, on successful registration, I want to pass some message. So how to do that? So here, see, after the render, the second one is your dynamic data. So second parameter, which is nothing but JSON object, is dynamic data. So what here I will say, message. Successful registration. Please log in to continue. So here what I will say, so I want similar message on registration, because if my registration failed, in that case I also want a message, fail to register, please try again. Now what we have done is, in Node.js code we are sending some data to the client side. So here when you render your page, so on the render screen here we want to display some message, and that message or data is set by the server. So let's first test the EJS. So let's see how to read it. So I will quickly go to that blog and read it very quick. So this is basically to set from the server, but in EJS we have to read it, then only we can display it. So look at here. So this is syntax for displaying the data read from the server. So let's say this is my login page, and I will here say our type is our variable name is message. Sorry. Okay, thank you. So we do not have default. So what we have is, so registration, we want to test the registration. So here's registration. So what we want to test is whatever we submit in the form, after submission it should go to the login page, and login page should actually display that message, right? See, this message came, right? So this is the way to pass the data to the client side using the EJS, right? So recap very quick. In the second parameter you just pass whatever you want and use it in the EJS like this. So these are the syntax you will learn by going through EJS site. Did I close that? I think I closed that. So once you open the EJS site, so there they have documented everything. Here, come on. This guy, EJS.co. Okay, so now this was just hard coded one, right? So here what we have to do, now you need to read, because this form, right, you do have a name, email, password, so you do want to read it from the form, right? And if I'm not wrong, I think you can simply read from, let's see, let me read the name first. Request dot body dot. Let's just read the entire body. Let's see what we have. So this Chrome is very smart. If you have already posted that page, so it doesn't let you to post it again. So I just open a new tab so that we can break the Chrome detection logic. Come on, this is very slow. Come on, dude. My system is damn slow. This needs a restart. Anyway, it came finally. So what we wanted to test here is we want to read these all data from server. So I click on submit. So let me see what my server, oh, name is undefined. Let me read their documentation and understand how to read data. This EJS. I want to read in server. So it looks like they haven't documented it here, so I need to Google a little bit more. Let's see. Express read form data from EJS. So this is what we want to read. How to access EJS data in a form. Okay. So this is same thing. This guy does as form, of course, in for loop, but we don't care about the for loop. So here, let's see. Oh yeah, body parser. I forgot the body parser. Remember? So because I haven't used the body parser, so of course. Looks like, does Express already have? No. It doesn't have. Oops. Come on. Now let me start my server. Let's test it again. Now let me test it. It's very slow. Okay. So if you see this time, it read the body, right? So if you see very carefully, right, this guy was smart. It actually read your entire body in a JSON object, right? So it means now we do have the entire payload, right? So what I will do is use user equal to request dot body, and now if you remember, I will say async. Come on, and I mean now call MongoDB to do registration. So you should have your MongoDB service class where you should have a function which will do the registration and call that function here. Okay, so make sure you do that there. Um, so that's why when I mean success, it means like if you are able to add into the MongoDB, it means you're good to go. Okay, so this was the registration post handling. Now this is login get. So there should be similar login post because here in the login, oh, it's auth, right? So in login we say auth. So in server as well we will declare the auth. And so let's say home. So I just go to home page. Everything else, home page. Now here I will redirect to the home page on successful login, right? So success, we go to home page. Otherwise I should be copy the login page with some message. Into authenticate. Please try again. Okay. And I have right now hard coded it, but of course this should be based on the MongoDB call. So here you can use, you can read request dot body. So this will be the user object. Now make API call to authenticate the user. So here you should do the API call, and if not API, MongoDB call, because we are actually working on API itself. So now make MongoDB call to authenticate users. So you will do find one based on the user email. You will validate the password. If all is good, then authenticate. If not, then go to this else page. So go back to the login page, right? Otherwise, go to the home page, right? So once you have this basics, then the home page you need to develop uh, even very simple HTML, because if you see the markups, right? So let's say if your home page is it's nothing in your home default page, right? So you can start with recommended outfits. Don't do anything. You can keep it empty, but keep that links in the bottom. Right? You have 3 links. If you click here, it should open the outfit. If you click here, it should open the. So the first one, if you click here, it should open the recommendation. Second one, which is the outfit. If you click here, it should open the outfit page. And this is close it button. So if you click on close it should open the close it page, right? So similarly, you can actually define all the small close it page. Uh, Similarly, let's say if you're working on close it page, right? For example, so close it page, you can actually uh, in your database, right? You can hard code some data. For example, let's say for a cloth, right? What do you have for the cloth? So cloth has few fields property, right? If you open any cloth, let's say this is outfit, open the cloth. So look at the cloth. The property you have is image, right? You need to use the cloth image. So right now you can hard code into the MongoDB for your testing. Then you should have type property. Then you have color property. Then you have weather property. So you should have few data in your MongoDB pre-populated, so that you can start working. You should do the development. Okay. So what I do want as an assignment, that go ahead and then start working on these pages. Don't focus a lot on styling. Focus more on writing the HTML, basic JavaScript, and the Node.js, EJS. Okay. Any questions? So once you do that, then we'll move to the next. So first you will develop this. Make sure you work hard, study a lot, and then develop this. So once you will develop the first item, then we will move to the second item. Okay. Any questions? Hmm? Sorry.